Verstappen is on pole for the Italian Grand Prix, followed by the championship leader, your boy, and the two Williams cars right behind them, looking to make up some positions and possibly get up into the podium before the checker flag waves to finish off this race today. Further down the field, it's Aston Martin, Ferrari, Audi, and at the very back it is the Ford Performance of Ferrari. So let's get into the race with the BMWs. Well, the formation lap is complete, and all we await for is those 5 little red lights. And the Italian Grand Prix is underway. It's a good getaway from the stay, but an even better one from your boy further back. It looks like he's gotten the shifts up to a T there as they go side by side, making their way into the chicane of turns 1 and 2. Your boy tries to go for the move, but he goes deep into the second turn, and that means that he has to fall behind from Verstappen. And it was very chaotic further back between the rest of them, but they're making their way through Lesmo 1 and making their way into the second chicane of this turn. Monza, can he go for an overtake? He's going to go for the triple pass. 1, 2, 3 cars into the first chicane, the second chicane, sorry. He is up into P4, and Dewald has already picked up a 5-second penalty. That is going to cost him very much further down in this race as the two Cadillacs going side by side, but up at the front is Verstappen trying to run away with it. Monza chasing down Dewald here, trying to make a move for 4th place. He's pulling over to the inside. He's going to go for the move on the Mercedes, but he just tries to force him right out of turn 1 and can't solidify it into turn 2. He has to sit behind for now. Grace Hunter trying to go down the inside of the Audi of Brulez there as he goes to the corner, and he hits the barriers, breaking his front wing in the process. And further back is the Yucatan there, Paco Yucatan into the wall in the Audi. Now he's got front wing damage of his own, and 5-second penalties handing out for the Mercedes and McLaren of Verstappen and your boy, who are further up. But this seems to that there might be a problem for the Mercedes driver of Verstappen. He's very slow as he makes his way through the last corner, and you can see just faintly he has some front wing damage, and he's pulling in to the pit lane already here on lap 5 of 26. That's going to cost him further down the order. Here is Zen trying to go down the inside of Yucatan, who has that damage, don't forget, and into the corner he goes, and he breaks his front wing, slamming into the left-hand barrier, and the two McLarens further up are right behind each other. Could we see a move very shortly from Sommerfood? But Verstappen is already down in P19, not the place he wants to be in this one. Sommerfood onto the inside line. Will he go for the dive bomb? Yes, he will. Down the inside he goes, but he goes deep into turn 2, and he has to stay behind his teammate, your boy, as he sits in the slipstream of the other McLaren, the reigning world champion. Both of these two former world champions, and in this season it looks like one of them could be another world champion yet again as they make their way into the chicane. And your boy, he slammed it into the barriers, but the difference is he has slammed it so hard that he is out of the Italian Grand Prix. Well, the rain has started to fall here, and that is very good news for the cars up ahead, who refuse to pit for new slick tyres, that being Dewald, Safra, Zanchi, and further back Hernandez, Brulez, and so on. So after they make their pit stops, they will be further up the order in terms of track position, and they will all be on the same tyres, which will be the intermediates, so it will just be down to raw pace of the car and the driver, it seems. Coming out the pit lane is going to be Safraz, who leads this Grand Prix, followed by Milian Brulez in second place. Where in the world has this come from? The Audi is back up into the podium, and the Ferrari is in third, followed by Zanchi, Nuba Nunes, Red Boy, and then we have Sommerfood, and further down is Dewald in 10th, and even further down in 19th, 18th place is Verstappen. What a disappointment from Mercedes. They have botched their pit stops, absolutely, and now that leaves this race wide open for victory for any of the small teams. Finally, the safety car is going to come in this lap. When will Safraz go as they round Parabolica for the final time under safety car conditions, and he decides to hit the go pedal and surge across the line to begin lap 9 here in the wet under green flag racing conditions. It's Safraz who leads us, cars swerving left to right, right to left as they make their way into turn 1. Zanchi, he's going to go for the double pass into turns 1 and 2, but he goes wide out of the second corner. Everyone making moves, everyone going right, everyone swerving left and right through the first chicane there as they make their way through this long right-hander into the second chicane. There will be another place where overtakes are very, very common as they make their way through here. Million Brilles, very cool, very, very good there. But Summerfood making moves up into P4, trying to take things around the outside of Akari in the Ford Performance. Can he complete the move on that big blue car? And he does on the outside. Not a problem for this man from Seychelles, and he's up into 4th place there. Still raining very heavily here as they make their way into turn 1. Hernandez trying to go down the inside of the Mercedes and through turn 2 is very forced wide there, and there's a collision. The Mercedes off the track, the Ford Performance off the track. Delwald, 10 seconds to his name, and the car, he was doing so well, and now he sits dead last in the order here, right at the back of the pack. And Delwald with 10 seconds right next to his name there, that is going to affect him dearly. Hernandez and Snams are side by side on this long straight before they get to the chicane at turn 1 and into turns 2, and he spun it. Namsar has spun it into the barriers. The wet conditions too tough to handle, and Hernandez has also had a mistake of his own. He is down the order, Namsar into the barriers, but they are both able to continue there. Surprisingly, it's a miracle that they're still on all 4 wheels, but Namsar is up in 9th place, being chased down by Delwald and Yucatan as they make their way into the chicane, and it's a very, very good move from Yucatan, but he's not able to make it stick, and it looks like there's a problem for one of the cars up ahead. It seems to be Yucatan. He's got a puncture on his front right tyre. His race is surely just about over now. It was looking so good, he was up into the points, but that puncture has not helped him, and on a spray right into the back of him, the Audi sliding across the grass, and now that is definitely race over for the both of them. A big hit from the Ferrari on the Audi, and they are still going. Summerfu still up in P3 holding out, but there's a safety car, and it looks like someone else has found the barriers and is crashing out of this race, but it's no one that is further down the order. It looks like it's someone further up at that second chicane, and it's Safraz. He is out. The race leader of this Grand Prix is the second casualty of the day. And the rain is finally cleared up, so everyone will now be into the pit lane once more, but this could mess up Audi's strategy because they have the lapped car ahead of the normal car that is leading this race. They have the 2 most important positions in Formula 1, first and last place, but it could be to their own detriment there, as the double stack will not help either of them in terms of gaining positions in the pit lane or even keeping them, as it's going to be Zanchi who is the one to emerge up in first place after that pit stop phase, and Summerfield in second, followed by Seb in third, Millian Brilles in fourth, and further back it's Grace Hunter in the Ferrari, still holding on to that top 5 spot with the Steo in P15. The safety car now coming in for the second time in this race. Zanchi, it's the first time he's leading the Grand Prix since 2026. So could this be his moment, his time to finish first and win a Grand Prix as he gets us going through the last corner? Millian Brilles squeezing his way past Summerfu, trying to get up ahead, but Summerfu just has that deathly straight line speed there as they make their way into turn 1. Looks like Grace Hunter, he's going to go for the move on the Audi, down the inside on an overtake, and he's able to make it stick through the second part of that chicane. What a move from that Ferrari, but he's still falling behind of the Audi car there. Hernandez trying to take things to the outside, and they make their way into the second chicane. It's a collision. Summerfu, he is out of the Grand Prix. The virtual safety car has been called, and the McLaren is now out. The only big name that was in that top 5 is now out of the Grand Prix, and it's looking ever so well for Zanchi up at the front. Delwell chasing down Grace Hunter for that 3rd place spot, and he's still really wringing the neck out of this car as they all traverse their way through that second chicane on a spray into the corner, and he's hit the barriers. He is now out once again. He was the winner here last year in Italy due to a miracle, but now he's out. Vesteo chasing down these two up ahead, trying to make the move down the inside, and the safety car is out. There's a wheel running across the track. Namzar moving through, and he's collided with the Mercedes of Dewald, who is now not going to be able to finish this Grand Prix. It's so chaotic here in Monza. The safety car will be coming in once again, and with 6 laps to go, it's going to be Zanchi who gets us underway for the 2nd time by him, but the 3rd time in this race as they make their way through Parabolica and onto the street. You can see the Komatsu logo. It is Skittles moving through up in 4th, trying to make the overtake on 1, 2 and 3 cars. He's going to go for the dive bomb. He's going to make the move on 2 and make it stick through the 2nd part of the chicane. And as they make their way through Lesmo 1, Hernandez making his way into the chicane now, very clean and tidy there. The safety car is out once again, and it's Vesteo. He has hit the barriers. He is out of the Grand Prix, and he has not been able to survive the dangerous turns at Monza. He is now our 6th, 7th casualty. I'm not sure how many that is, but we have a lot of DNFs today, and it's going to be another, I think, virtual safety car, as they'll be able to clear that one up very, very shortly. Now onto the street. Can Nubert Nunes make the overtake on any one of these cars? And it's another safety car who is out of this one. It looks like it's someone up ahead. It's Zanchi. It was going to be the fairy tale ending to this Grand Prix, but now there is only one Cadillac left who could do it. It was going to be his first race win since 2026, but it could be a first race win for the rookie here, that being Hernandez. And with just a lap and a bit to go, it's just about keeping calm and bringing it home. Hernandez gets us started on this last lap, and of all the absolute chaos of this Italian Grand Prix, it is going to be this rookie, this new driver on the grid, who, as long as he makes his way safely around the track for one last time, will be able to lift that trophy and cross the checkered flag, step on the top step of the podium for the first time in his career. But he slams it into the barriers, and he is out. The safety car is now out once again, and that means that Skittles leads this race on his first race back after that little break of 1 week being replaced. And the safety car is out again, monkey on cloud, into the barriers on the last lap here. 2 cars suffering big shunts into the wall, and both DNFing on this very last lap of such a long Grand Prix, and they are not able to survive. But that means that up ahead with a 10-second penalty, it's going to be Skittles who could win this race. But Namzar, who has only 5 seconds to his name, could steal it here if he can finish within that 5-second range of Skittles. It's just about sticking to the delta, but it's about how far back you are on track to the next car. It's 4 seconds and a bit. Namzar has to stay within that 5-second range if he wants to finish in first place to finish this one at the Italian Grand Prix. As Skittles rounds the final corner, he is going to be your on-track winner today, and his 2nd podium in Formula 1. But the real winner is Namzar, as he gets that 5-second gap down to 4 seconds, and he's going to win the Italian Grand Prix and establish himself as a real championship contender. What a race it has been.